So Arlie and I decided that we wanted to go to Paris Disneyland.
We just flew in about an hour ago into Charles de Gaulle from the US. We've got 2 nights here, 3 days, found an unbelievable deal at Disneyland Paris for under $1,000 for both of us at a hotel with 3 days access into the parks. So we are going to start and do as much as we can tonight, but the first thing that I've got to see is this dragon that they have under the castle. Let's go. I wish every castle had one of these dragons underneath it. This thing is really cool, and we want to stay here a little bit longer, but we've got reservations that we have to get to, so let's head that way.
So the first ride that we are going to go on is Pirates of the Caribbean. I think that's got to be the first ride, right? I mean, that's probably what's your favorite ride at Disney World? And then after that, we have reservations at Captain Jack. So it's going to be a Pirates kind of day. Let's go see Pirates.
I really don't want to spend a lot of time on Captain Jack's. Now, the theming was great. The lighting, not so great for filming, but at least from just the overall look and atmosphere and theme, the Pirates theme was great. The ride was pretty cool because you can actually, just like in Disneyland, you can ride by and see the restaurant as you're going by. The menu was great. Even had a really cool gluten-free breakdown if you're a gluten-free vegan. A lot of different choices. Now, Arliss got the jerk chicken, and I ended up getting the beef casserole. Neither of them were, I think, fantastic. I think you're paying for the theme more than anything else. But I will say, the Coke here is off the charts epic. We were both super tired. I mean, super, super tired, as you can see here. I am so tired right now, but I am not going to let my first day at Disneyland Paris go by without riding Hyperspace Mountain.
We just got done on Hyperspace Mountain, and I can say that by far is the best Space Mountain that is there, at least that I've been on. Definitely dominated. It dwarfed anything that we've been on. That is a must-do. We're going to do that again, but at least for right now, we are tired. We are going on about 2 hours sleep in the last day, and so we're going to go ahead and head back to the hotel, and we're going to try and get a couple hours sleep, so maybe we can at least kind of, power on a little bit later today. So we're gonna get some sleep. What are you getting, Arlie?
I know. Cheesecake covered in chocolate.
So cheesecake. Try it. What? Do you like it?
It's a little sweet, a little creamy.
Then we also got a croque monsieur, which is like a breaded cheese with a turkey wrapped around it, or wrapped over it. Try it again.
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yep.
All right.
Good evening. Tonight, you are invited on a journey of wonder and discovery. Join us as we present Disney Tales of Magic.
I've landed on a strange planet with a formidable fortress. We need to secure the area. Not today, sir.
véritable magie se trouve en chacun de nous.
Find your magic, embrace it, and pass it on.
That is the best show that I have seen almost in any Disney park. Unbelievable. But we are still very tired, and we have made it through day one. But tomorrow we have day two, a full day in both parks. We'll see you tomorrow.
It is 7 o'clock in the morning, and at the Santa Fe Hotel, there is no place to get coffee. Or do anything.
You can sit.
You can sit. And so we're on our way, I guess, to go on the mission to try and find where we can get a cup of coffee. And, you know, Arliss wants a croissant, but Disney Springs isn't open up until 8 o'clock. So if you're planning on getting up early or on your way to try and do rope drop, which is at 8:30, you definitely want to, I guess, bring your own food. So we're going to try and go over to the New York Hotel and see if there's anything available over there. And if not, we'll just wait until 8 and just grab something at rope drop. So we decided we're gonna go on over and get in line for the Disney Studios, because there's tons of people walking this direction, but nothing is open. So, which I think is kind of a little bit of a flaw when you got all these people going in one direction. I think people like coffee here, don't they? So, but we're gonna get in line and then maybe see how big the line is, and then from there, jump off and go get a croissant and another coffee while one person's in line. So we'll see if that strategy works. But I don't know, we're kind of winging it here. We have no idea what we're doing. The goal is this morning is to get in. The studio has been closed down for renovation, so you have to walk around the side of the building. But as soon as we get through, we're heading to Crush's Coaster, and then hopefully getting to Tower of Terror before the end of the time. So I think we're ready to go in. Time to ride Crush.
Yay.
Oh, I'm just glad to get inside because it's freezing cold. Actually, we just got done with Crush's Coaster. As Arlo said, it was what?
Very nauseating.
Nauseating.
Yeah, I don't think you should do it if you're
If you have a tendency for motion sickness,
yeah,
it is probably not the ride for you, but it was really good. It's a 70-minute wait now, and so we looked, Tower of Terror was only a 20-minute.
Get to that first thing.
So we're heading over to Tower, and now we're in line for Tower, and
it's about 20
I've heard
minutes,
this is, I have personally heard this is probably the best Tower variation that they have, so we're looking forward to seeing what this is like. Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Hi.
Hello, welcome. This is cool, check us out.
Must be on the floor, please. Even the smallest ones as well. No exception. We hope you enjoy your stay with us.
All right, that was probably, I would say, the best Tower of Terror that I've been on. It does not have a lot of the extra part of the queue or the extra part of the pre-show that the other one does. It's really just you get in. The moment you get in, you go.
Yeah.
I think a little bit more terrifying. Yeah. Not only on like the video side of it too, but
just in a different language, the girl was a lot creepier.
Yeah, I think in a different language, it does make it a little bit creepier.
I totally agree. You don't know what they're saying. It's terrifying.
Yeah, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to see Remy's Ratatouille was only about 5-minute ride. So we're going to head over to there and see if that's still at 5 minutes. I think the goal is to try and get most of the rides done before we eat at PYM's at 12 o'clock today for our reservations. And that way we'll be able to kind of spend the rest of the day over at the Disneyland.
Yep.
Hey, do you call it Disneyland? Or is it called the Magic Kingdom? So, I don't know. This has been good so far. 2 of the biggest rides we've gotten done, and we're still less than an hour in the park. So let's go to Remy's.
That's it!
Well, we just got off of Ratatouille, and I'll say it actually made me kind of nauseous. Did you? And you didn't feel that?
No, not really.
Yeah, it wasn't good. It was just like our version, but it was not 3D. So, and we did single rider though, so we literally didn't have to wait. There was
You
no
mean the US
queue
version?
for us. Yeah, what'd I say?
You said our version.
Our version, yeah. The US version is 3D, and I think actually 4D, because isn't there like sensor, like water and things that hit?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is just the ride itself, but I mean, it was good. I had to close my eyes halfway through. I just felt like I was getting nauseous. So
yeah.
I don't know what we're gonna do next. We're either gonna go and try and grab some food, maybe get a crepe, or we're gonna go check out the Toy Story area and just see what that has to do. But I mean, like really so far what we've noticed is if you get here for rope drop, this is really a half-day park. Other than a couple of the shows and things that go on over here that you have to be here for. I don't know, we'll see. It's been good so far.
Yeah.
I'm just a little nauseous.
Yeah.
So we had to eat. I was starting to get nauseous. I couldn't do any more rides. So we went over and Arlie wanted to grab some biscuits, and we got a nice little hot chocolate. Coolest little maker that they have, where they give you a little bit of like a little coin, and you drop it in, and it makes whatever you want. So breakfasts aren't bad over here. We're at this, I think, the Stark Factory. For $7, you can get a baguette, or croissant, or something like that, with a hot chocolate, and then also a little Minute Maid OJ. So I would say if you want breakfast and you don't want to spend a lot of money, this is a great place to come and stop to regroup. We are going to head out to try and get a couple shows next. We have a PYM's Test Kitchen at 12 o'clock. So gonna try and waste some time until there, maybe see a couple of shows that are around here. I think if you just hang out around Avengers Campus, you will see things just pop up that aren't normally planned. So like just a minute ago, we walked out and we saw Captain Marvel.
Yeah, Captain Marvel.
Yeah, she was out there visiting with some people with a really cool car, which I'm guessing it actually drives because it's not out there anymore. So yeah, I would say this is a fun place to go and hang out for a majority part of the day. I know.
Cool to see drive away.
All right, cheers.
So welcome to PYM's Test Kitchen. We are here, and you sit down and you wait to get your drink order first, and then you can go up to the buffet. But one of the things that I will share, if you do have a gluten intolerance or an allergy, one of the difficult things that you're going to have is that when they give you a menu that you can take with you. But the problem is that it's all in French. There is not an English translation, so you have to do your best to try and figuring out what is what, and hopefully you don't get something that contaminates you. I love the dispensers of the different oils with the salt and the pepper. They have a pretzel service here. I won't have any, but Arlie is probably going to make good work of this pretzel, right, bud? You don't eat it off of the thing. Well, there goes the picture perfect moment. You pull it, you like rip off the bottom, and then you eat it that way.
It's really good.
Is it a good pretzel?
Oh yeah.
Look at this. So we've got, oh look at, that's like a pretzel sandwich. With, what's that, flaming, what is that?
It's beef.
A filet of beef sirloin. Looks like we've got some leek soup and some plain crouton soup. Some large noodles. Look at the size of this burger over here. This thing is huge. So you can have a slice of that burger, but then you can also do some of the mini sliders. Oh, look at the mini corn dogs. And look at the huge plate of jambalaya. Oh, that looks really good. I'm gonna get some of that. Crumble from vegetables. Roasted potatoes. Salmon with pepper coulis. Looks like rainbow cauliflower. Mexican egg rolls. And roasted pork with barbecue sauce. That looks really good. It looks like we have some bacon and green beans. Fried chicken wings. Octopus in garlic and pepper cream sauce. That's interesting. Wheat strips and chickpeas. Holy cow. Look at the seafood. I don't know, if my stomach was a little bit more courageous, I would try some of that. Let's look at the blue mayonnaise with regular mayonnaise. Yeah, that just does not sound appetizing. Smoked salmon. I love how they put the little olive oils in the beakers. Shrimp. Super hummus with jalapeno nacho. Ooh. Just standard salads. Some of the stuff I honestly just can't pronounce. Roasted ham and herbs. So it's just kind of like a good charcuterie selection. Roasted chicken roulets. Rosette. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not brave enough for some of this stuff. Ooh, here we go. Look at that. Look at the chocolate mousse. White chocolate mousse. Flavored blue jello, fruit salad, strawberry flavored jello. Oh, that stuff looks good. And even a nice little kit selection over here. Look at the mini fries. I'm gonna get some fries. The tiny fries are so cute. And for dessert, ice cream. Like a miniature Madeline. What's this? Gluten-free chocolate with raspberry filling. Look at that. That looks good. Then also banana cream pie. The Oreo. Let's see. Look at the size of the donut right there too.
look at the little miniature cheesecakes. Those look really good. Red mini cake. Let's see. I have no idea what that is because there's no sign, but we'll try that. Pecan pie, more donuts, carrot cake, a maxi cake. Oh man, that looks good. All right, so here's what we have to start with. This is the first course, which I think is pretty good. Good selection of different fish and meat, some fries, some potatoes. Arliss, on the other hand.
I already had two cheeseburgers.
Oh, you've had 2 cheeseburgers already?
Yeah, they were good. They're mini size, like about that big, but
All
they
right.
were phenomenal.
And
I
I
don't
love-
know what these are. These aren't even.
I love how they did these glasses are really cool too. Just so you know though, there are no free refills. You get 1 drink with your meal, but once it's gone, it's gone. Bon appetit. So just to recap, we have the gluten-free chocolate cake, cheesecake. I'm guessing this is some kind of a jam because it's a harder outside shell. Some kind of a red cake, and then the giant Oreo, which Arlie, you've already had that. You said it's what?
Extremely red.
Would you recommend it?
Not necessarily. It's not. You try it. It's kind of hard to explain the taste of it. It's all like.
I would say it's more of an Oreo cake rather than an Oreo because it's not a hard coating whatsoever, and the inside tastes more of like a cheesecake than an actual filling. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's definitely not. If you're expecting an Oreo, it's not an Oreo.
It doesn't even taste like one. It tastes like a cake.
I don't know. Unless anything else is super fantastic, I'll just end with the picture, but we'll see. All right, so we just got out of PYM's test kitchen, and I would have filmed more eating, but I think the food was mediocre. I mean, it had good theming. I love the fact that it was smaller or larger depending on what it's supposed to be or not supposed to be. But I thought it was just really plain. The desserts were good, but again, nothing that I really wanted to show that I thought was super fantastic. But I don't know, would you recommend eating there?
No, I don't. I think it's a little bit overhyped. The food is all right. I mean, but it's nothing that I would pay. How much should we pay on this?
It was $45 a person is what you pay, and that includes full use of the buffet, but only 1 drink and no refills on that drink
For no refills and like the food not being overall great. I mean, 45. That's what you're gonna pay for anywhere else around here.
Yeah,
so
I mean, that's the thing. You're going to pay it regardless. And I mean, it's a decent enough restaurant that it's going to feed your family, especially if you have a big appetite. You can go back multiple times.
For kids and.
So, I mean, it's okay. I wouldn't say that it's a must-do, but I mean, over in this area, I have not run into a restaurant yet where I've said this food is fantastic. I've actually had better food going to some of these street carts, just getting some snacks. So that might be a better option for you if you have a large family. But if it's cold, then it's at least it's a place for you to go in and sit down and have a warm meal rather than eat on the outside. So there is a price benefit to doing that. Is it worth spending a little bit more money and getting to sit down a little bit and warm? Or is it worth just grabbing something on the go and eating it on a trash can and maybe being a little bit more cold? I'm gonna take warm because it's been pretty cold. So we're going to try and maybe do Flight Force and I think maybe take a break because we've done a lot here in Disney Studios. And we're going to probably come back this afternoon and head to the Magic Kingdom.
Que Carole nous a envoyé sur ces missiles extraterrestres.
Assessing Captain Marvel's pre-ballistic warning data. The number of warheads seems to be increasing and they're emanating from different sources.
Spawners into his hypersonic vehicles. So you'll fly the hypersonics and draw the missiles away from the planet. That's when Heavy Metal and I can do our thing.
Quand vous aurez attiré les missiles hors de portée, Denvers et moi on les pulvérisera. Ils sont vraiment proches de la Terre, on n'a pas le droit à l'erreur.
I think we're going to stop right here for today's video. And the reason for that is that we've got not only another half day at the Magic Kingdom this afternoon, but also we're eating at Walt's tonight. And that right there is going to be an experience all by itself. We're going to have another day tomorrow, and then off on the train, heading back to the airport. We'll see you tomorrow.